Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, The Lord Will Put a Fierce Spirit in Jake. And that spirit is going to be roused up against, you Edomites, mainly you Edomites. That's who this spirit is going to be roused up against, because the two main characters in this story of the world is Jacob and Esau. Okay, we're coming to the point of Esau, his downfall, which Esau is the so-called white people. Okay, the majority of them are Edomites, but then you have other nations mixed in amongst them, including Israelites. So not everyone that looks like an Edomite is an Edomite, right? And the same thing goes for the Israelites, right? Not everyone that looks like an Israelite, so-called black person, so-called Latino, so-called Native American, is an actual Israelite. You have tiers amongst us, right? But nonetheless, right, the typical image of an Edomite is a so-called white person. The typical image of an Israelite is a so-called black, Latino, Native American. Okay, and there's a spirit that is going to be roused up in Jake, okay, to come up against these Edomites. Now, this Sonia Massey thing, see, we look at it, different than these other people of the world. We really analyze it. We're supposed to be analyzing these things spiritually. Okay, we understand that was judgment from the Lord. We understand that, she was bugged out. We understand that Esau, obviously he didn't have to, shoot her in the face, but Esau is a man of blood. He's a man of the sword. So Esau, he doesn't mind doing that. He sleeps just fine at night doing these kind of things because he's a man of blood, right? If this was an actual Jake that was there, whether it was a so-called white woman or another nation woman, or a Jake woman, he wouldn't have resorted to that because Jake is not so into to murder as Esau is. A damn devil, okay? But he obviously doesn't say that, okay? Because to see how these Edomites, they'll find no matter what happens, there's always going to be, no matter what happens to you Jakes, all right?
See our hands, yes or no?
No.
They're supposed to be like, oh, he's not doing anything.
This shows. And
what?
I don't give a fuck.
Why don't you actually ask a cop?
For you Israelites to see that this man is your enemy sooner or later. Okay? Matter of fact, let me go to But then now the Lord is going to show you Esau's true colors real soon. Okay? Where you can't deny it. Okay? Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Yeah, these Edomites are privileged, right? And when they do something, right, a crime, the same crime, less time. And you can look at the statistics on that, right? Because they're not in. Okay, they're above the law, okay? It's with them as a garment. Okay, that's why they're so prideful. And there's no Jakes that are of the elites. There's no so-called black people that are of the elites. Okay, there's black people that work for the elites. There's Israelites that work for the elites, but none of them are of the elites. Okay, and really the only real elites are the Edomites. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Right, and violence covered them as a garment. Right, that's why he thought that he was going to get away with that was going to be justified, so on and so forth. But guess what? Now he's being charged for murder, I believe. So what's going on? Right? There's a time when Esau could do this, and people wouldn't even bat an eye because they didn't have the video cam. And really, ultimately, Esau just didn't give a damn about Jake. Right? But now things are changing. Okay? Things are changing in the world. Okay? It says, therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. All right? Which this is mainly dealing with this part is dealing with the elites, okay? Really, all of this mainly is dealing with the elites, but, we could tie certain things to these Edomites, these regular Edomites. It says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. And that's what you see. Whenever there's something that happens to you, Jakes, these Edomites don't want to acknowledge it as oppression or unjust. They want to try to justify it. They want to try to talk their way out of it. Oh, well, she was asking, why did she say rebuke you in the name of Jesus? What was the reason for it? Like if that's relevant, it's completely irrelevant, right? But this is how Esau operates, man. And again, we know she's bugged out. We know she was bugged out, but that's still a pot of hot water. It's not justify you getting shot in the face, man. What do you have a taser for, man? When do these devils use their taser? Okay. I mean, what instance do you use your taser? Just for fun? Just to shock somebody for fun, or do you use it for a situation where it doesn't require deadly force? But it doesn't matter. We're not mad about it. We're not angry about it because we understand this judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? When you see these Edomites trying to justify these things, yeah, that does get me angry. Okay, these devils, but it really shouldn't, because ultimately you Jakes are starting to see the colors of these Edomites, who they truly are. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go to This is Isaiah 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. Now the virgin daughter of Babylon, that's dealing with Babylon, the throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Okay? They're going to start to see you for who you are. All right? It says, take the millstone and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Seen, right? The shame of America, the shame of these Edomites is being seen now. And this is why you got the alt-right, you got these different movements speaking about it's okay to be white and all this and that, because now they're starting to feel ashamed, and it's just increasing. It's just increasing. These events, these are strategic events set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, these different events that happen. Okay, it's not random acts. Okay, it's strategic. It's chess moves by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Okay. Now let's go to Genesis 49 and verse 8. Right, dealing with the prophecy of Judah. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, right? Because that's the head tribe, okay? And Judah gets a lot of, disrespect from the other tribes, but that's the head tribe. That's the greatest tribe and the greatest people on the planet Earth, period, right? The so-called African Americans and the Judites scattered them around the world. It says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children, and who's the top enemy? The Edomites. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. And ultimately, Judah's going to have the hand around the neck of their enemies when this place is taken down. Okay, and we're going into the kingdom. That's ultimately when Judah's going to have his hands around the neck of his enemies, right? Starting with Yahushai. But in this time, there's going to be representations of that. Okay, it says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. he stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Right? Because right now Judah's couched down, he's in that docile spirit, but he's gonna be roused up. Okay. Like I said, ultimately in the kingdom, Judah's gonna have that full power over his enemies, along with the other Israelites under them. But guess what? At the end of the day, there's representations of these things in the spirit that's gonna happen in these times. Like even the curses, right? Deuteronomy 30:7, how the curses shall go upon our enemies. That's fully gonna take place in the kingdom. But there's similitudes of that happening right now. There's pieces of that happening now. Those curses are starting to transition to these Edomites right now, right? So it's all spiritual. Okay. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Okay, so Judah has to be roused up. Matter of fact, let's look at this word rouse up, or rouse him up. Rouse. Okay. Oh, there we go. Qawam. Says to rise. Qawam. We say Qawam Yasharala. It's Qawam. Right? Qawam. It says to rise, arise, stand, rise up. Stand up. To arise in the hostile sense. So Judah's going to start to get very hostile towards these Edomites. See, right now Judah's very docile. Esau can walk through the Jake neighborhoods, drinking Starbucks and whatever the case may be, right? In these gentrified regions, but it's going to come to the point where Judah's going to get very hostile against these Edomites. Just like they were hostile in the Rodney King riots, they're going to start to get hostile again. It says to arise, to become powerful. To arise, to come on the scene, to stand, to maintain oneself, to be established, to be confirmed, to stand, and to endure, to be fixed. Right? There's gonna be a different spirit put on these Israelites, man. A fierce spirit. Okay, to be proven, to be fulfilled, to persist, so on and so forth. And I want to look up this word. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. I want to look up this word hostile. Okay. It says hostile, unfriendly, antagonistic. Okay. Of or belonging to a military enemy, right? Opposed, right? So Jake is going to get very unfriendly with you, Jake's very antagonistic, aggressive, confrontational, right? So they're not just going to be breaking up their own communities and busting the windows out of their own neighborhoods. They're going to start to visit you Edomites. This is what's getting ready to come. Unsympathetic. Jake is super sympathetic towards Esau, but he's going to become unsympathetic, warlike. Lord's going to put a warrior-like spirit in Jake. And Esau's going to get the first blows, all right? Because Esau's already in that hostile spirit towards you, Jake's already. But you, Jake's, the Lord is going to turn you up to be so completely hostile towards these Edomites. You're going to realize these devils are your enemy, okay? That doesn't mean you're of the elect, but that just means that because the elect is not going to participate in those things. We're not going to be participating in any of these activities, man. We're just going to sit back and watch, okay? Let's get Isaiah the 19th chapter. This is Isaiah 19 in verse 16, and it reads, it said, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it, right? And the shaking starts with the prophets, okay, cursing this place out, right? It says, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts, which he had determined against it. Yeah, right? Which we're terrorizing them with this word. But Judah's actually going to be a terror to these Edomites. Okay? They're actually going to rise up and put fear in these Edomites the way they rise up and how hostile they're going to be towards them. Okay? Right? He said he's going to raise up the sons, the sons of Zion. All right, let's get Zechariah 9, verse 13. And it reads, in fact, I'll start at let's start at 13. It says, when I have bent Judah from me, and filled the bow with Ephraim, right? Meaning he's going to bring Judah and Ephraim together, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. And now the sons of Greece, who's that speaking about? Anyone that with a Greek citizenship? No, this is speaking about the Edomites. Okay? Against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Right? So that's it. So that, like I said, ultimately these things are going to happen in the kingdom, right? But guess what? The Lord is going to do these type of things now using these 2/3. They're going to start to be in that warrior-like spirit, okay? And they're going to start being roused up against you Edomites. All right? Let's get Mark. Right? And that's not going to be the only fight. There's going to be, people based upon their political views, the area they're from, Democrat, Republican, whatever. These different infightings are going to be happening as well. But this is a main thing, right? This is a main thing. And this is why the tensions are always there. The tensions always flare up between Judah and Esau, okay? Between Jake and Esau. It says, this is Mark 13 and verse 8. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. Okay, so nation is going to rise up against nation. That's one of the prophecies that are to take place in these last days, man. Okay. Second Ezra 15. In verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? And in this time, Esau is going to stick with his own, man. And Jake is going to go, is going to start to stick with Jake more, because Esau's not playing with you. Esau's going to be like how they were in Hurricane Katrina, man. Hurricane Katrina, they were using you Jakes as target practice, man. Anytime they seen you come close looking anywhere for food, they would start shooting at you, man. Right? So Esau's not playing with you Jakes. And the Lord's going to put a spirit on Jake eventually not to play with you Edomites. So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I'll give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.